My name is Rhea Lobo. I'm from India. I'm an international award-winning filmmaker. It's a bacteria that can sit on any part of your body. It usually sits in your lungs. That's called pulmonary TB. But in my case, it sat in my bone. It's called extrapulmonary TB when it sits on any other part of your body. It's just TB in the lungs that is infectious. But if you have TB in any other part of your body, it's not infectious. I thought it was a disease that was eradicated. I just had this ache on my foot. It felt like a sprain. It would just turn up one day in a month, and when the pain came back after 6 months, it was really bad pain and it was swollen, and I went to the doctor, and the doctor took this tissue from my bone and he just tore it into half and sent it to 2 labs because to diagnose TB it's really difficult. The first lab report came out negative for TB. So I just started taking regular antibiotics. The other report, which was in the in-house lab in the hospital, that was lost in the bureaucracy of the hospital system. And I actually never saw that report until 6 weeks later when a duplicate report was issued, and that report said that I had TB. After I started taking the TB drugs, they gave me the wrong dosage of medicines with respect to my body weight. And if you do that, you run the risk of getting drug resistant. And then if you're drug resistant, the second line of treatment is really scary. And so here I am fighting with a system that is failing me. I ended up having 3 surgeries for TB, and I was admitted in hospital 4 times in 1 year. So TB treatment for the bone is supposed to be 1 year, but because I went through this whole wrong diagnosis and then wrong treatment, my treatment ended up being 1 year, 8 months. I didn't talk about TB until 4 years after I got cured. You just don't talk about it because, in people's minds, you're always going to be a TB patient if you're going to be talking about it. Ever since I started talking about it, everyone's been coming up to me and saying, hey, you know what? I had TB too. Just like the disease, it's just silently, like how we are silent and silently killing people. I think it's a medical emergency that people are just not waking up to. I have access to the best and I struggled so much. I just wonder about those people who don't have access and no one listens to them. What happens to them? I have a duty to the world to let people know that this is happening and we need to wake up and do something about it. I want to eradicate TB. We can, Can you get a cold? Can you get a cough? If you can get either of those, you can get TB. There are people who don't have a voice. And if you do, your duty is to speak out and support people who don't have their voices. It's very important that we raise these issues in Parliament. We raise these issues with our governments. We need to get people to talk. TB is a threat to us all. And it's time we wake up to that realization and do something.